All right, welcome to Chill Moto. I'm here with Steven. Did some vapor blasting for me on the YZ motor. Aiden, how did it turn out?
Good.
Good. All right. Well, here we got the motor. Definitely doesn't look like a 20-year-old motor anymore. It looks really, really nice. So, anyways, Steven, I appreciate the work. If
Absolutely.
people up here need some work done, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Just through my Instagram, MotoFlow Vapor Blasting. Just send me a DM.
Awesome. Anyways, all right. Well, appreciate the work, and yeah, let's get to it. We are in the Chill Moto garage, also known as my storage unit, and I thought it was time for an update on where we're at with the bike. A couple notes. First off, I did a terrible job of recording my progress. I did get quite a few shorts put up on YouTube and Instagram, but as far as like a good detailed video of what I'm doing, yeah, I really sucked at this. I'm sorry. We'll try and get some videos here playing, just kind of showing a little bit of what I worked on, and we'll include those somewhere in here or maybe at the end. But for now, I'd like to maybe catch you up on where we've been and then kind of talk about where we're going. So first off, I did get, the last couple videos I posted on here was the disassembly, and like any project, disassembly is the most fun. Taking things apart, I'm good at that. Putting them back together, not so much. Once we got everything apart, one of the first things that we did was we got the frame, subframe, swing arm sent off to be powder coated. Got those back. They're gloss black, and I think they look amazing. And then the motor, when we got it completely apart, we sent the case, the inner clutch cover, the jug. We sent all those pieces out to a local guy to get vapor blasted. Really happy with how that turned out. And when we did our Honda project a couple years ago, I didn't really know anything about vapor blasting, and I certainly didn't know anybody close by that could do it. And I really wish I could have done that on the motor on the 400, but that's neither here nor there. Once we got all the pieces back from powder coating and vapor blasting, that's when all the boxes started showing up in the mail, and gave a lot of my business to Rocky Mountain ATV. No, they're not sponsoring me. Though, if they're watching this and they want to, that'd be awesome. I paid full price for everything. And the price tag added up pretty quick on this bike. Our first big ticket item that we were working on was getting the motor built. And I struggled every step of the way. I got the heat gun out for like the bearings, especially like the main bearings, and threw bearings in the freezer and did all of that fun stuff. And I just struggled with it. And I think it's because I was afraid of the heat gun, damaging the aluminum. I don't think I got it hot enough, but mostly just excuses. But it was fun to try and solve that problem, and trying to figure out how to get all of these pieces to work in that motor. Clutches, I barely understand. When it comes to the power valve on these motors, that's just like science and magic that I don't get. So it was neat to tear it apart and kind of see how these pieces interact with one another. For the most part, the motor went together without too much drama. I did learn that building a motor on your back porch around a bunch of weeds, like that's not the time to try and figure out how to put circlips in. For attaching the piston, I sent those circlips flying into the weeds. And fun fact, they're $8 a piece. That blew my mind. So don't build a motor on your back porch. That's what I learned there. Get to a shop. Yeah. Okay, that rant's over. The other thing that I learned is that you should pay really, really close attention to your manual, your service manual when you're putting these things together. Learning to read really cuts down on the amount of work you have to do later. And what happened is I had gotten this motor buttoned up after a lot of drama, especially with the circlips. And as I started going through my workbench and sorting through all the old parts that I pulled out of the motor and replaced with new parts, I came across a pair of bearing keepers. is what you get when you get the motor put together and then you realize you have leftover pieces. You get to take your motor apart again. I forgot to put those two keepers that hold that transmission bearing in place. Yeah, reading is hard and instructions are stupid. Anyways, what a fun day. And I'm not gonna lie, I had the thought at first to pretend I didn't see those and just run it. And then I thought better of it and took the motor apart so I could get those in there. So, pro tip, reading will save you work. Yeah. Some other drama that we had that I didn't really do a good job of videoing is I think I got a short out there on getting the old races out of the frame. That was fun, just buy the right tool for the job. Everybody said, no, just use a chisel, find the lip and a hammer. Not on a 20-year-old bike. Getting the right tool for the job was very, very beneficial. Getting the new races in there was a pain in the butt. I don't think it should have been that hard, and I'm curious what I did wrong, but it was a pain in the butt. But I got them in there. Bearings are greased up and ready to go in there. Yeah, that's where we've been. So where are we going? Well, now's assembly time. Getting the motor in the frame and getting all the new parts put in there. I've got a plethora of just dollar bills laying out there. But we're excited to see how this bike's going to turn out. All right, a little progress update. Clearly I need a haircut. All that hair is in my balls. Awesome. Anyways, look at this. Look. This is starting to come together. I might actually pull this off. Of course, I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. Got a pause for the day. We'll come back hopefully tomorrow and finish tightening up a few things. Got the torque wrench out, got a few things tightened up. But need to give everything a once over before we continue. But it's starting to look like a motorcycle again. Look. It's starting to look like a motorcycle again. All right, I'm gonna keep at it. All right, the first startup was very dramatic, lots of high idle, lots of me playing with the seal on the air boot and the carb, but I think I might have found the problem. I'm not a mechanic, but I feel like that should be all the way down at closed throttle. So I think that is the problem. All right, I'm gonna get after it. All right. We solved the problem. I think she's gonna idle pretty now. Here we go. Yes! Hayden, get in there next to the bike. Give it a little twist. Other way. Just a little twist. Is that cool? All right, there it is. Running pretty. All right, let's kill it here. All right. So from the first startup, when she revved to the moon, I spent a lot of time chasing an air leak. Way too much time down here adjusting idle and air screws and then checking for air leaks. I eventually raised the back part of the bike so I could see inside the carburetor, and the slide wasn't closing all the way. If you have a high idle, check this. Check your, let me tighten that down. Check your carburetor, make sure that slide closes all the way. That'll make it rev to the moon. All right, what do you think, Aiden? All right, we're finished with the bike. Appreciate y'all joining me on this adventure. We'll do a couple more close-ups of the bike here, but if you liked what I've been doing, if you've enjoyed the shorts that I've been throwing out there on YouTube, please like, drop a comment, share. This has been a lot of fun. Has this been fun, big man? Yeah, he's hungry. He's ready for me to work on dinner. But yeah, this is the bike. So let's do a quick walk around. We'll kind of talk about what I got going on here. First off, I may have mentioned this before, but we're gonna do a shout out to the 168th, my homies up north in Alaska. Making sure that I'm still representing. Anyways, that's the bike, kind of start to finish what we got going on here. We started with the 2005 Yamaha YZ250. It does have the 2006 SSS forks up front, and we had those worked over by moto experts in Spanish Fork, Utah. The wheels I picked up used off Facebook Marketplace. They got a few nicks and dings in them, but honestly, you got to look closely to see them, and it was a killer deal on those. So I really think they did a lot to kind of update the bike. And then did a full motor rebuild, top end, bottom end. Running a YZ piston. It's the stock jug on there. It was in good shape. We honed it out, and we did the hitless power valve mod. Threw on an FMF gnarly pipe along with their Turbine Core 2 silencer. Make this bike legal for the forest. Put a new clutch basket in there. Clutch. Yeah. New chain sprockets from Tusk. The bike already had the Tusk foot pegs when I bought it, along with the kickstand. Hard to think what else I did to this. Changed out the levers and the grips. I need to change out the gas cap because that blue gas cap's hideous, and my son wants me to put a new seat cover on there. He's not a big fan of the seat cover. So we've got some future projects to do on this, but for right now, I think it's rideable, and we're going to try and get it out this weekend and play in the desert. All right, there it is. Appreciate you joining me on this. What's up, buddy?
Hopefully in the desert.
Hopefully in the desert. Yeah, we're going to get to the desert this weekend.
Hopefully.
Anyways, thanks for joining us on this adventure, and see ya.